morning and welcome to the morning sprint. I'm Brittany Weir. As you can see, you've just got me today, and then we've got our lovely photographer Noah, who is behind the scenes helping us out with the switcher today. Jaffney is going to get home to go see her parents, so we wish her a safe travels. But we do want to get started for you guys today with a little teaser video. We always do that about artificial intelligence. Now, artificial intelligence is cool if it's done the legal way, but we're going to tell you about a robocall AI scam that everyone needs to be aware of that could lose you thousands of dollars to save a loved one. One woman is describing her terrifying experience in the sprint, and we will get that story to you toward later in the show. But next, we want to go to another story about not everyone, though, can travel some of the hardest hit areas after a disaster, but everyone can play a part in helping others. And that's what this story is all about. I'm sure you've heard of them, God's Pit Crew. They are quick to respond to disasters in our region and beyond, but they can't go everywhere. So this weekend, a team will head to Houston, Texas to show volunteers how to assemble more than 1,000 blessing buckets. We've all heard the stories of how they've helped out with those. And this means the next time a disaster hits the region, the buckets will already be on hand for those in need. Each bucket is filled with essential supplies such as food, water, hygiene products, and more. And so if you are somebody who maybe you help out with God's Pit Crew, or maybe you've seen some of their work firsthand, let us know about it in the comment section below. But so happy to see that they're willing to travel and able to travel to other parts of the country to help them help others. It just keeps on giving. So happy to share that with you guys. And also now we have a story out of Rockingham County. They're in a drought watch, but that's not stopping some summer harvest. So farmers at Hickory Hill Farm say they've mastered a way to get their crops just right, no matter what Mother Nature is throwing at them. They call it drip dry irrigation. So take a look at this video. Blueberry season typically starts in the middle of June, so the hot weather makes it prime time for picking. Well, the drought conditions give two bonuses to getting the best blueberries this season. Picking the ripe ones early makes room for more blueberries to come. And as the weather gets warmer, moving on to the next story. I got my scripts mixed up there. I'm so sorry about that. But if you are somebody who, you love see this, you love maybe going blueberry picking or have a special farm that you go to, let us know in the comment section where that is or some sort of recipe. I am a big fan of blueberries, so June is the perfect time to get them. Also, speaking of that warm weather, like I just tried to get into, it is a good time to go outside, go on hikes, go on walks, all that kinds of stuff. But you do want to be careful if you are doing so because it's also tick season. So the ticks are here. If you're someone who likes to go outside, like I said, you want to be on the lookout. So these insects, they can be small, but they can make you very sick. So common places where you can find ticks are in the tall grass and in brushy forested areas, but they can also be in your own backyard. Well, this is why it's important to check yourself, your family, and your pets after every time you come back inside. So Corinne Cloveris, she's a professor at Virginia Tech, says one of the easiest ways to protect yourself from ticks starts with your clothing.
Well, the recommendation is to wear long pants and long sleeves with socks tucked into the pants tucked into the socks. And I'm a frequent hiker myself, and I know when it's an 85 or 90-degree day, the last thing I want to do is be in long sleeves.
And so if you are not able, though, to wear that recommended protective clothing, there are plenty of repellents out there to keep those ticks away. You want to make sure you are using one that has permethrin in it. Permethrin, it kills and repels ticks on contact. Also, if you plan on spending a long amount of time outdoors, like going on a hike, it's best to stay on the trail where that grass is groomed. A big concern right now, again, I told you I'm someone who loves to be outside, love going on hikes, walking my dog Mabel. So we're always checking after we come back in for those ticks. I actually found one on me yesterday, thank goodness. I was just crawling around, I was able to get it and get rid of it. But some good tips for you there. We also have some tips on our website about how you can alter and kind of change your yard or your backyard to make it so that there's less ticks there for you and your family. So if you want to look up any of those tips or tricks, again, that's available on our website at WSLS.com. But speaking of outside, we want to let you guys know what that weather forecast is for today and for your weekends. We've got meteorologist Chris Michaels here with the full look at the weather.
Hey guys, happy Thursday to you. Maybe a few isolated showers and rumbles of thunder today and especially tomorrow with a weak system passing through. Once that's east of here, the holiday weekend's looking mostly warm and mostly dry. Looks like we get some much needed rain in the form of numerous showers and storms heading into early next week. Have a great rest of your Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow morning on The Sprint.
All right, thank you, Chris, so much. And now I'm going to get to a story that's kind of been blowing up on social media. I've kind of seen it all over the place. It's about a young boy, his father, and a deer in Long Island, New York. And so a baby deer, only hours old, take a look at that, went for a swim accidentally in a pool. See that video for you there again. You see it fall in. Well, this was again in Long Island, New York. And luckily, the fawn was seen walking toward the pool by Greg Mastisis and his 12-year-old son, Anthony, who knew they had to act when the fawn fell in. You're seeing this video right here. It's incredible. Well, the two hesitated, thinking that maybe the mother was nearby, but when they saw it was struggling to get out on its own, they took action.
But when you get her out, just let her go because the mother's not going to be happy. Go ahead.
And so they say that the father and son were fearful that if their scent was left on the fawn, the mother would abandon it. Well, fortunately, the family believes that the baby was reunited with its mother because a security camera they placed in the woods behind their house captured images of the doe and her fawn. You're seeing that right there. Those are those pictures. But I kind of want to just look at this video again. It's absolutely incredible. They were in the right place at the right time to help this poor little fawn who can barely even walk, let alone, swim. So thank goodness they were there. Happy to see it was, a happy ending and that this, father and son stepped in, because so many times I feel like things like this happen and people just look around like, oh, we'll be okay. Everything will be fine. But no, they knew they had to step in. Oh, look at that. They're going swimming. Oh my goodness. Like I said, this is a big story blowing up on social media and on TikTok, as you saw before. So let us know your thoughts about this. What do you think about, the father and son jumping in to save this deer? And have you seen anything like this happen in our area? We want to know, and Jasmine will get to those comments later on in the show. Now we want to get to that story about artificial intelligence. Well, Google artificial intelligence is using that to help shoppers try on clothes before they buy them. Take a look at this. This is an interesting thing. Well, the tech company announced a new virtual try-on feature on Wednesday that uses generative AI. Google says it can show you how clothes on a diverse selection of body types in various poses. Google says it'll work with women's tops at first and then eventually expand to men's shirts in the future. Have some thoughts on this. I mean, I think it's a really cool idea, especially because, I feel like anytime you see clothing, you see it on those models who are maybe, one size, or maybe the outfit isn't correct on them. So I think it's cool to see what the clothing will actually look like. But I am still a big stickler of, I want to try it on myself. I want to go to the store and see what it looks like specifically on me or how I feel in it. But definitely think this is cool. Noah, what do you think about this for guys? Do you think guys would be more open to this maybe than women who want to try on their own clothes? You get it, Noah? He's trying. There we go.
Yeah. I think that's an interesting concept. I'm not sure if guys would really utilize it. I think we're more just go find something and put it on and that's it.
Okay.
So I think we're good with the Walmart fit. So
Okay, so you don't really need to. You don't care
Yeah,
about the try-on.
no.
See, I feel like girls are always like, okay, does this fit me right here? Is it long enough or is it short enough? That kind of thing. So let us know your guys' thoughts on this. If this is something you think you would utilize, or you're like me and just want to go to the store and try it on yourself and then make your decision. All right, like I said, to that teaser video we showed you guys earlier, this is a crazy story. If you haven't seen it yet, stop what you're doing and pay attention, because this is really trippy. An old scam, but with a new twist. So con artists are now using artificial intelligence to trick and convince people that loved ones have been kidnapped in order to get extra money. So for just a few dollars a month, and with just a snippet of audio, new artificial intelligence software can clone a person's voice to make it say pretty much anything. So one woman is sharing her experience and how she was convinced that her 15-year-old daughter had been kidnapped. Listen to this.
I never doubted it was her. I had a full conversation with her. It was the way she cries, it's the way she sobs, it was the way she would respond to me, it was the pacing of her voice, the way she would talk. I never for 1 second thought it wasn't her. Not once.
This is just insane to me that how smart people are getting with this, but how easily it is to be tricked. I mean, you think you would never fall for these kinds of scams. You think, oh no, that wouldn't happen to me. But when they can take a loved one's voice and completely mimic it and change it to saying like, I need help, I need this, and we also know they could probably use the same phone number, I don't know if there's really a way to tell. So that's really scary and something to be on the lookout for. I know, Noah, you sent me a video this morning on Instagram about someone who used it to get someone's passport information. That was crazy.
yeah, I think that was a 60 Minutes thing. And like I said, it doesn't have to just be personal. That can be professional. I think she was mimicking her boss's voice. So when you hear your boss, and they were actually mimicking the phone call coming in too. So the phone call actually said Sharon, her boss. So they're also able to skip the robocall part of it and go straight to the person. So it's
Yeah.
scary.
It is crazy what they're able to do. And at this point now, I feel like if anyone's asking for any personal information over the phone, just say, yeah, I got to go find it real quick. I'll hang up and I'll call you back. You hang up and then you make the phone call to the direct person and say, did you actually ask for this? And I know people might be weirded out for that, but that's the only way I could think to get around this scam. But crazy to see that this is happening. Again, if you guys want more details on how this is actually possible, you can head to our website. We have the full story on WSLS.com. And again, let us know your thoughts on this. But now we want to move on to a teacher that is making a pretty incredible classroom you're going to want to check out. This teacher is in Wisconsin. Take a look at this. It's unlike anything you've probably seen before because it's covered in sticky notes. Look at all of those colors. Well, this is all in an effort to help her students become comfortable with who they are. It started as an end of the class activity that turned into a way for her students to express themselves. So the notes can be silly, but they can also make an impact, especially in a time where at least a third of high school students experience mental health challenges, according to the CDC.
This was a student who really was struggling with her mental health and came back after getting a lot of help and left me a really neat note. This note I treasure. I will keep this note forever.
And so the teacher says that something as simple as a sticky note can help teens feel seen. I love that this started out as an end of school project and now it's just kind of taken its own form and its own shape. And also, who wouldn't want to see all those sticky notes everywhere? I mean, I feel like it brings so much color. Also, that's a lot of sticky notes. I feel like you really have to go to like Staples or just order like massive packs of them online to really cover all those walls. But lots of fun to see there, lots of notes. So let us know if this is something you think you would like if you were in school. Maybe you're like, who's going to clean up all those sticky notes? I don't know. Lots of thoughts going on with that story, but it's cool to see. But we do want to let you know about something that is happening tonight here in our area. You want to get ready to rock with Darius Rucker. A lot of people talking about this concert tonight. Well, the front man for Hootie and the Blowfish is playing at Elmwood Park in downtown Roanoke. Again, that is tonight. So the gates open at 6, but parking lots and garages, they open up at 4:30. So be aware if you are driving downtown, have plans downtown, there is going to be a lot of traffic. This concert is sold out, but there are a few places that will sell resale tickets online. Just be careful, obviously, when you are buying them. But this is a big name coming to the Star City here tonight. A lot of people excited to see him. Like we said, we know Hootie and the Blowfish, but he's also got a solo country career as well. Plenty of country songs out there for everyone to jam out to. I know the big one everyone likes is Rock Me Mama Like a Wagon Wheel, because I know it mentions a lot of areas here that are local to Southwest Virginia. So if you're someone's got tickets for tonight, let us know what you're most excited for. Maybe your favorite song by Darius Rucker. We'd love to hear it in that comment section. Another thing also happening today, if you haven't heard, it's been happening all week. There are more races, bicycle races happening as part of the 2023 USA Cycling Road Amateur National Championship. So today, races will start at Wade Community Park in Rocky Mount. Fans are encouraged to cheer on all of these athletes' start and finish lines. There will be increased event traffic on 6 Mile Post Road, Pepper Road, and Wade Park Road. 6 Mile Post Road will be fully closed along some of its portions. And if you're driving that way, you do want to plan for an additional 30 minutes of travel time because as you can see, those bikers, they are taking over the roads and we want to make sure we're giving them plenty of extra space to make sure everyone is staying safe and just enjoying all the courses here in Southwest Virginia. We do wish all these athletes the best of luck, especially with that big event that's happening this weekend in downtown Roanoke on a Saturday. So plenty of chances to still see any of these future Olympians if you want to check them out. But now we want to get to our amazing web girl. We've got Jasmine in the house here for us. So good morning, Jasmine. How are you?
Morning. I'm doing great. What about you?
We are doing good on this Thursday. We're ready to keep staying positive here. But what are your thoughts on that deer video? The boy and the father who saved the deer on Long Island. I know that blew up on social media.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely trending. We already have a few comments on that story alone. But yeah, I think it was absolutely terrifying the little baby deer fell in the pool like that, but I'm glad that he was able to be rescued. I'm glad that it had a happy ending.
Yeah, no, happy to see that they stepped into action and caught the pictures of the deer with her mama. So happy to see that
Yeah,
be
exactly.
reunited. And then also the teacher with all the sticky notes. Did you see that? There's tons of sticky notes everywhere.
Yeah, I saw that. I think it was a great idea to have that, just to allow people to express their emotions. Because this is something that young kids don't have a chance to do that often.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a good idea. But it's crazy to see all the sticky notes. It covered her whole entire wall. So I could only imagine walking into her classroom and trying to read all the notes. They had some interesting ones. I know one that just had pasta on it. That was really funny.
Oh, someone after my own heart.
So right, everyone loves pasta. You can't go wrong with that.
Oh my gosh, they're probably hungry. They're thinking, "What's for lunch?" And they're just like, "I'm gonna write pasta on this sticky note." I love
Right.
that. I love that you noticed that too. I didn't even see that. So thank you. So do we have any viewers or comments today, Jasmine?
Yes, we do have viewers, and we have a comment.
Okay.
Miss Old Ronald, that's her username. She said, "Great job, little guy. You're a hero."
Oh, I love that comment. That's in reference to the little baby deer. Oh,
Yes.
well, thank you so much for leaving that comment. We agree. They were a hero. They did help save a life. And again, that mama was very thankful. So we agree with you. So thank you so much for leaving that comment. And guys, we always want to hear from you, your thoughts on any of these stories, make it more of a conversation. So Jasmine, if someone wants to leave a comment, how can they do so?
They can head straight to our website. The Morning Sprint is the #1 story on our site. You just click on it, and then there's a comment form right beneath the live stream where you can drop a comment. We would love to hear from you guys.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you so much, Jasmine, and you have a good rest of your day.
All right, you too.
Alrighty, guys. So now we want to get to those headlines for the stories we are following today and the things that are coming up later in the newscast at noon. So a Radford mom is facing new charges in connection to the death of her own toddler. Amanda Mitchell is now accused of 2 counts of felony homicide and 1 count of involuntary manslaughter in the case of her daughter, Harper Mitchell. 10 News spoke with an attorney to get a legal analysis of these new charges. We'll break that down for you later. Plus, in the past 6 months, Richmond police say they have had reports of more than 100 car thefts, specifically involving Hyundais and Kias. Experts say these cars don't have immobilizer devices installed on the steering column, which prevents the theft, what you get if this happens to you. Also, a shocking story this morning. The manager of a morgue at Harvard Medical School is accused of stealing human body parts from the cadavers and then selling them. Well, Cedric Lodge is said to have sold human remains, including dissected faces, heads, brains, to multiple people. All the details on this gory case coming up. Big talker there this morning. Again, if you want to follow that story, we have that for you starting at noon with our own anchor, Alyssa Ray. Something else we do want to bring to your attention that we're going to be starting next week. You know, we love seeing your guys' pictures or videos of what you guys have done from over the weekend or during the week, and we love when you submit them on Pin It. So starting next week, we want to do every single day of the week as a category for you to submit your photos. So Monday, we want Monday motivation, anything positive to get us through the week. We know Mondays can be a little rough. Tuesday, Tasty Tuesday. So any food maybe that you homemade, or maybe you went out to a local restaurant and you want to give them a shout out, go ahead and put that on Pin It. Wednesdays is Workout Wednesdays. So if you like to go on a walk, hike, bicycle, kayak, whatever you do to get fit, we want to see it. Thursdays, Thankful Thursday. So this could be either a person you're thankful for, an organization, maybe even a pet, anything like that you're thankful for and you want to give someone a shout out. And lastly, Family Friday. What do you have planned for the weekend with your family or your friends? We'd love to see it all. So again, you can just put those right on Pin It, right on our website, and then we'll share them right here on the Morning Sprint and give you that shout out. But thank you guys so much for tuning in on this Thursday morning. We hope you have a great rest of your day. And if you enjoy the Morning Sprint, make sure to tell your friends and leave those comments below. But have a good rest of your day.